Hi everyone. I haven't done a video in a bit, and we thought today would be a good time to let you know about all the beautiful spring bulbs that have arrived at the store. So we have a great series of tulips, daffodils. We have like peony tulips. We have every color imaginable. We have a really nice selection of daffodils this year. Everything came in on time, so we're excited about that. Fritillaria, allium, cute little allium, the molly, super little cute bulb that shows up a bit later. And one thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to bulbs, a lot of people are hesitant to plant tulips because they don't like that, having to wait for the foliage to die back. A few little tricks, like with the daffodils, you can tie them up and tether them back. I know I had one of my customers who sent me a picture, and it was at the beginning of COVID of last year, and she said, see how bored I am, and she had actually tied each strap back together to make it look prettier in her garden. So if you do have more time in the spring, you can do that. If not, it is a nice grass-like foliage in the garden for a short period of time. When you're planning your bulb planting plan, keep in mind that, like for me, like I'll plant bulbs where I know there's nothing in the spring. So my hostas are always late to show up because it's a really cold location. So if you have a northern exposure and it's cold and you're waiting forever for the hosta leaves to pop out of the ground, plant up tulips in that area so that by the time the hosta leaves come out, it hides all the dying back foliage. I also have a lot of the ornamental grasses. You know, we had that great talk on ornamental grasses a while back. They're so late to show some of them, like the panicums and the miscanthus and that. If you plant tulips all around that area, then you're not worried about seeing that dying foliage, because by the time it's dying back, you know, that's when the grasses start popping up. So just keep that in mind. Like, think of what it looks like in spring, and there is really nothing that can beat the bright spring colors of the bulbs. So I strongly recommend them. I've gotten back into them over the years, and I just keep adding and adding. Little trick as well is to make sure to use chicken manure to deter the squirrels. So for some bulbs the squirrels won't touch, like the allium and the daffodils, squirrels will not touch, so you don't need to worry about that. But you can definitely use chicken manure on the tulips. It does work. We've worked with it. We've had instances where we've forgotten to use it and it's a big mistake, so do strongly recommend that. Another line of tulips that we carry are the Vanco tulips. These are actually grown in PEI, and the whole series is, you know, East Coast, like the names Thousand Islands. It's a Canadian series. Chinook, Civic Pride. Which one's this? This is Faudillon from Quebec. White Birch, Great Lakes, Riding Mountain, Manitoba, Glacier, BC. They're just an incredible tulip. They seem to bloom later, but they bloom beautiful. The stems are super strong. They're good repeat performers, like they'll come back the following years. In general, people have to understand tulips are a 3-year kind of bulb, and then you replant after that. And one customer, she has the most spectacular show of tulips in the springtime, and her trick is to pop popsicle sticks in the garden after her tulips are done, while they're blooming, to remind herself of where she needs to plant tulips in the fall. Because the problem is, when you have your tulips are all in bloom in the spring and you love the show, but you go, oh, I wish I had that color there. Take a popsicle stick and just write needs orange, or needs pink, or needs whatever color you want. Pop it in the ground, and then in the fall you do a walkabout, and you can see exactly what colors you need and what timing you're looking for, because there's the early tulip, the mid tulip, and the late tulip. So you try to coordinate that. But if you have any questions, you want to come into the store, we can help you out with a plan. Bring some pictures of your existing garden and how you'd like it to look in the spring, and we can definitely help you out with a planting plan. I'm squinting a lot because it's a sunny day today, but we're really, really happy to have the warmth and the sun. So anyhow, that's about it. Great selection, and also just to let you know, we're in the last week of the 30% off of all the nursery stock outdoors, and starting on Monday, I'm gonna say October 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th,
Third.
Third.
No. What's today?
Tomorrow's
One, two,
Friday,
three, fourth.
1st, 2nd,
Fourth.
3rd, 4th, as we do this now. On October 4th, it drops down to 40% until closing off of all the nursery stock. So we still have quite a few great finds out there. So if you're interested, it's still a good time to plant. We're looking at really nice weather for the next few weeks. So take advantage of these sales now. And worst case scenario, if you want to plant more tender perennials than that, just sink the pot in the ground so you can plant it in the spring and not worry about disturbing the root system at this time of year. Okay, so anyhow, enjoy. Everybody have a great day, great weekend, and look forward to seeing you.
Oh, and we still have garlic bulbs too. I forgot
yeah,
the
I
garlic
forgot about
bulbs.
that.